I am the one you're looking for. The Messiah is here. Good morning, Shalom. It's not easy for me what I'm trying to tell you guys, that I am the Messiah, I am the anointed one, I am the chosen one. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for me because it's very hard for me also, because my own family and friends having a hard time to understand me. And I understand you also will have hard time to understand me. And that's why I want to clear certain things today, so you can understand that why am I saying who I am, and why am I telling you time after time that you all need to come pick me up. I want to talk to all the rabbis again and again, to all the rabbis from the Sanhedrin, that you need to listen and understand the Daniel scriptures. If you understand the Daniel scriptures, you will know who I am and why am I telling you who I am. Daniel 7:9. Either you can see 7:9 first or 7:13 first. You can switch up and down, or you can go and understand the scripture 7:9 first and then 7:13 next, or 7:13 first and 7:9 next. Let's read Daniel 7:9 and try to understand. I'm going to go word by word to make you understand, because unless you understand the scriptures very clearly, you would not understand me. And that's why I'm having also a hard time, because it's not for everybody to understand, because it's happened to me. Now you see, if you end up in accident, let's see if you fall down from the mountain and went to the hill. Only you know how did you fall down, and how did you get up, and how did you come up. It's just like that, and nobody can able to figure out what exactly happened to you unless you tell them. But in your mind, you know exactly pictures the way exactly happened. The same thing with me. What happened to me, it just don't go away, because what happened to me, it's my experience. And this is what, same thing what God was showing him to the Daniel. You know, Daniel was God's loved one, and God showed him everything about the end time. So let me tell you what exactly he saw and what God promised him. So there are three scriptures that I want to put more emphasis on: 7:9, Daniel 7:9, 7:13, and Daniel 12:13. So those are the three scriptures that I want to put more attention, that you can understand. Let's read 7:9 very slowly so you can understand. God was showing him the vision, and Daniel is writing all this vision. So this is what happened. I watched as throne were put in a place, and the ancient one sat down to judge. So he saw there was a throne, and the ancient one sat down on the throne to judge. His cloth was white as snow, his hair white as wool. He sit down on a fiery throne with the wheels of blazing fire, and river of fire flow from his presence. Millions of angel ministered to him. So he's sitting on the throne, the ancient one, and there are millions of them, angels are ministering to him, and 100 millions to attain him. Then the court began to the sessions and the books were open. So you see the picture, the way it is. The throne were there, ancient one sat down, millions of angels in the back, thousands of millions in the front, not the angels, and the books were open. So that was the scripture 7:9. Let's read now 7:13. As my vision continued that night, I saw someone look like man coming with the cloud of heaven. He approached the ancient one and led into his presence. Again, as my vision continued that night, I saw someone who looked like man coming with the cloud of heaven. He approached the ancient one and was led into his presence. So let's see. Now he was watching this new vision, and he saw the man came in the cloud of heaven. Let's see, he went from down to up to see the ancient one, because on the first scriptures, on the 7:9, it says the ancient one was on the throne. So either he has to go from down to up there, but the cloud is generally up there, not down over here on the earth. So the man has to become from the cloud and come down. Let's talk about Jesus Christ. He was born of the virgin. That's what the word says. He was born of the virgin. But nobody saw him that he came with the cloud of heaven. So he didn't come by the cloud of heaven. But when he died and rose again, let's see if he died and rose again, then he went up there, but still wasn't without the cloud, because the cloud is only up there. So somebody has to come from up there to down to see the ancient one. Now, what is ancient one? What is the definition of ancient? The definition of ancient, if you go out and look in the dictionary, it's somebody old, was born before, or antique, something antique, which is have a years and years that you find. So the ancient means somebody's old, somebody was born before, and somebody come back. So the thing is, the man who came from above, and he says he approached the ancient one. So the ancient one was down on the earth, which was born before, and he's right now back again. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you the chapter 12:13. But before that, I'm going to go and finish this scripture. So this is what he says. As my vision continued that night, I saw someone look like man coming with the cloud of heaven. He approached the ancient one and led into his presence. He was given authority, honor, and the royal power over all the nations of the world, so that people of every race and nations and language would obey him. His rule is eternal, will never die, never end. His kingdom will never be destroyed. So it says over here that the ancient one is the one will have the royal power. Now, how is going to get royal power? The royal power is from the King David family. He is the King David is the royal family. So somebody from the royal family was promised to come back again. Now let's go to Daniel chapter 12:13. So this is what Daniel asked God several times. In fact, he asked in the chapter 12, and God also told him that it will go on for a time and a half a time, when the shattering of the holy people has finally come to an end. All these things will happen. So when when Daniel was asking God that, listen, you've been showing me all these things, but when all this thing will happen? So God told him that will go on for time and a half a time. And also on the 12:10, he said, this is what he says. But he said, go now, Daniel, for what I have said is for the time of the end. So remember, everything God showed to him or told him is about the time of the end, not the time of the Jesus Christ that 2,500 years ago. It is right now, time of the end. Many will be purified, cleansed, and refined by this trial, but the wicked will be continuing in their wickedness, and none of them will understand. Only those who are wise will know what it means. So you see over here, God is telling him straight, Daniel, go your way until the end. Until the end. So he's telling everything about the end time. And now the important scriptures in the whole Daniel chapter is 12:13. Now it is very important that you understand the word by word. So I'm going to go very slow. Now listen to the scriptures. As for you, so God is telling Daniel, as for you, go your way until the end. So let's see, there is an end. Once it is end, like if you go to the movie and it's end, you get out. It's over. Okay? So just like that, as for you, go your way until the end. But listen to these next scriptures. You will rest. So 3,000 years ago, God told Daniel that you will rest just like everybody else. And then at the end of the days, what is end of the days? If there is an end, there is no end of the days. Okay, it's an end was over. So before the end, he's talking about before the end, you will rest, and then at the end of the days, before the end, you will rise again to receive the inheritance set aside for you. So you see, God promised him that I will bring you back, so you will receive an inheritance, and also you will see everything through your eyes. That's what I want you to understand, that I am telling you who I am. I am the ancient one. I am the Daniel that God promised that he will bring back. Now, you can call me as a Messiah. You can call me as the anointed one, because I've been anointed by him. Because when he came down, the man came down, he rested upon me, he led me into his presence, and he explained to me all these things. So same vision he saw, I saw in reality, because that was his vision. But in my case, I saw on daytime, the man came in the cloud, and he approached me and he led me into his presence. And after that, he gave me, I was up there in the heaven, I caught up with lots of angels, and they handed me the Torah and told me to eat it. And that's how I come to know who I am, what I am, because everything is about Daniel 762 prophecy. 4762 is my birthday. 7 times 7 plus 62, 7 will pass, and the anointed one will come. So that's what exactly happened from my birthday to the numbers exactly. God or the man came from above, came and he approached me and led me into his presence. That's why I'm telling you who I am, what I am. I want you to ask all these questions to your rabbi. What is this all means? Explain to us these three scriptures, especially 7:9, 7:13, 12:10 and 12:13. Then you will know who I am and what I am, why God have chose me. So you all have a blessed day and ask those questions. Thank you.